Cool. And I'm also gonna let the folks in Lost Relic know. Let's see. Head over to GameJam, GameJam progress share. Let's see. Streaming jam. Any y'all wanna see some Maker stuff? Okay. All right. Heading back here to announcements. All right, and just making sure we're up. Looks like we are indeed up. Great. So the thing I wanted to do, I'm actually gonna go in here. I was doing some janky stuff. Click info, getting rid of this, getting rid of, actually, let's go take these, get rid of that, put this in here, get rid of these, and delete these transitions. Okay, so this UI click still updates all these panels. But what I'm trying to figure out is what a good interface would be for the options available to the player when it comes to rerouting flights, you know, canceling flights, closing airways, you know, closing airports and all that sort of stuff. Landing strips, I guess, closing landing strips. So I think what we're gonna need to do is bust open Photoshop really quick. So I'm also gonna head over to my notes and let's write down what we need to do. So let's see, wildcard interests. Okay, so we have interests so far. All of our passengers have interests. Let me just see what we got going. Let me play this. Okay, so the planes take off. You can click on the airports and it tells you who's at them. So at this airport, we have these people. These are their interests. And if you click on an airplane, these are the people who are on the plane, and these are their interests. Okay. So what should be happening is right now, since so much of it is on autopilot, it's hard to, like, I think the problem right now is that it's hard to distinguish how much of the player's input is actually making a difference. Because like right now, what you could do is just let the game play itself, not do any inputs, and then just see how many people naturally connect with each other. So what is there for the player to do? I mean, obviously, like, right, closing the airports and all that stuff, but how do you ensure the player that, like, Tony Hamilton, yo, what's up, Tony Hamilton? How's it going? I'm trying to figure out a good way to get my little plane connection game to feel less arbitrary. Because right now it's like, you know, for example, the people on this plane, right, they have these interests. It's like, why there isn't like a clear way to get these people to like if I was playing this, right? Okay, I'm just gonna try to use my imagination, right? I see Charlotte is interested in these things. I don't really, it's like, it's kind of crazy to come over here and like click on something else and be like, okay, well, they're interested in that. It feels like too much information. I honestly feel like it's like information overload. So I'm trying to figure out a way to distill this down. It's a little complex. Somebody mentioned that earlier in the chat, that it's a little complex. on one of the last streams, and I was like, okay, it's like simple enough, but like it's kind of true. It's like there's a lot of information to juggle. Like if I, yeah, it's hard to tell. What if you clicked on a plane, and you clicked on a person, you saw their interest, and if you could click on the interest, maybe if you click on the interest, it would show you yeah, maybe if you click on the, you have to write code. No writing code. I'm doing everything in PlayMaker. What if it's like you click on an interest and then it tells you which city or plane has the most people with that interest? So you click a place, you click a person, you click an interest. You know, it's a few days into the jam. How much time is left? 4 days and 16 hours. 4 days and 16 hours in, and I'm not feeling particularly confident with this game idea. I was feeling so confident with it before. I thought it was like super simple. And I thought, like, I mean, look at this interface. It's about as simple as you can get. How does one do this? Oh. What if instead of, okay, because currently the system is you have all these people at destinations and they automatically get on planes. What if the player's sort of input, or the player's role rather is to choose where these people are going. So if I selected this, right, Los Angeles, and you have Noah, Theodore, Lucas, Elijah, and 2 Emmas. You select Lucas, you say Lucas likes gardening, video games, and chess. Then you look around the world for other places where people also like those things, like as many of those things as possible. And then you tell Lucas, or I select Lucas, to go there. So if you end up finding that there's one, you know, whatever, here across the country, you could select Lucas and say, I want you to go there. It's a tough one. Shit. I kind of have sunk cost fallacy a little bit right now. I'm a little bit like, oh, you know, it's already been a couple days. I've already spent so much time making this stuff. This is arguably one of the hardest game jams I've done because I wasn't clear on the idea. Okay. I have a better idea. I think I have a way to distill this. They have one interest. I think maybe that's the solution. So what if you go to the Traveler, you go to Socialize, get available interest, create interest array. They don't create an interest array. Instead, I'm going to put this over here. Actually, yeah, they do. They create the interest array. But instead of looping the state, you just do it once. And instead of a next, delete transition, you just say finished. Frank Reynolds, what's up? Don't let it stress you out. You gotta have some fun with that. Yeah, of course. And this is the thing, is that like, that's all I've been trying to do, is like find what's fun about it. But it's hard to get through this heady stuff. Frank Reynolds, how you doing? How's it going? I think I just had a slight breakthrough. So before it was like your characters have all these interests, but now it's like they only have one interest. So it's going to do array add, and then they do that. Okay, great. So everybody just has one interest. Now, if I go back here, let me just play that and make sure that works fine. Everybody I click on should only have one item in there. And then what I'll do is I'll just kind of like, I could use that panel for like more information now. Let's see. So if I select this plane, select Henry, yep, Liam, Benjamin, they all have just one interest. Okay, so Henry likes fashion, Liam likes computers, Olivia likes drinking, Sophia likes photography, Lucas likes fashion, William likes traveling. Okay, so this is much better. Already I have so much less to think about as a player. And what I could do instead is like, okay, William, Lucas, and Olivia, and Sophia, none of them have anything in common. They don't have something in common. So, Lucas, Benjamin, James, Olivia, yeah, none of these people have anything in common either. So what you'd want to do is find a place where somebody does have something in common, and try to get them there somehow. And before, Frank Reynolds says, been coding like crazy. It feels weird coding something that isn't a game. Oh yeah, you were talking about kind of like a little, like you were hyping something up. You didn't mention too much about it. You kept it very ambiguous, very mysterious. How's it coming along? So yeah, if like this person is going to here, right? This flight is going to end up. Well, there's actually nobody on this fucking flight. This flight, is anybody on it? Yeah. Okay. So you have Ava, Mia, Charlotte. Okay, they're gonna go here. Or what about this plane? Is this plane going home? That plane's just going home. I've also been playing with machine learning. Like, ooh, that sounds interesting. I haven't touched much of that. Let's see. So another thing too is that all these planes, they eventually stop. Like I think that might have been one of the last planes. One or two might pop up after this, but the planes are pretty much grounded at this point. And it's because, okay, that plane's gonna go somewhere. It's because where they want to go, let me see. Yeah, because it's an empty flight. It's just going back home. It dropped those people off and it's going back home. So if I press pause and go to, these are all planes. I could see where they are in their logic. Let's see. Or I can unpause it just to even see that. Okay, so enough passengers. Okay, it's stuck here because it needs at least 3 passengers, but there's only 1 there. So the problem is that right now, all the planes randomly choose their own destinations. And then and when it has a destination on there, what it does is it collects all the passengers that are also trying to go there. So all these passengers are randomly choosing their destination, which means that you can end up with a plane that wants to go one place and all these passengers that want to go another place, and neither of them go anywhere. because they all want to go to the left, but the plane wants to go to the right, so it's just a standstill. Coaster, oh, an entry with PlayMaker, cool. Coaster, how's it going? Are you from the Lost Relic Discord? And welcome. Are you a PlayMaker developer? I'm in the middle of figuring out how to rework the logic of my planes. They function as intended, but the intended way was not a very good way. I am indeed, and it go good. Good, right on. Are you entering a jam for this year? For Lost Relics 2022? Are you gonna submit an entry? Because I am very curious to see what other devs are doing with PlayMaker for the Lost Relic entries. Nope, too expensive for my blood. Ended up learning how to code. Too expensive for your blood. That's interesting. Yep, I joined the jam. Right on. Oh, I see. I am indeed, as in you're from Lost Relic, not necessarily that you program with PlayMaker. Currently working on my game as well. Right on. Very curious to see that. Very curious to see what everybody's working on. I took a little peek through the showcase of the Discord, and there's some interesting things happening. Frank says, I can code, but apparently I can't type for shit. I feel like I've heard you say that a million times, Frank. or not, maybe not the code part, but I have a lot of memories of you being like, damn, I can't type. Indeed, people are so talented. There's some good stuff, some high quality stuff, which is making me freak out right now, because this is not like, I mean, I was on a good path. It was looking good. But now I feel a little disheartened with this project. Let me turn on this fan really quick. It's not too hot today. I think it's like 82 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm in the States. Where you come from, Coaster? Same. I was aiming for best graphics, but ooh. Damn. This is. I was saying a moment ago that this is definitely the toughest jam I've done, because this is the one that, like, I've struggled the most with the idea. The idea came super quick, but it's taking a lot of refining of how it's actually supposed to play out. Someday I'll get back into game development, but I need to focus on my coding skills, on finding better work and getting out of this Midwestern shithole. I hear you. I've also recently picked up more coding stuff, just for like the sake of work stuff. Currently based in Sweden. Oh, right on. Hello, Sweden. 1 second. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, you can see all the planes stopped running, and I think maybe what needs to happen is, oh dude, if you're canceling flights, hang on. If I go to the airplane, if the whole point of the game is that you're canceling flights so that they stop at the nearest destination, then it doesn't matter if there's anybody on their plane. It's kind of like, oh, that's it. That's how you do it. Okay. So enough passengers, you just skip that. You skip the enough passengers thing. Number of passengers, honestly, 0. I'm gonna keep it at that. Let's see. I kind of feel like that might throw an infinite loop error. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. So right now, I'm a little worried that there's going to be way too many planes. Eureka moment. Yeah, that was kind of a eureka moment. I was just like, okay, like, the problem solved itself. It's like, now, okay, so there's a shit ton of planes. This is a little, is it too much? Or maybe it's not. Maybe having a ton of planes is actually chill. I'm just going to push forward with this. Okay, so it's like you have all these planes, right? A couple of people are on that one. A couple of people are on that one. Somebody's on that one. What's interesting is that a lot of these flights actually have people on them. And you know what I'm thinking too is like what I'll do is, for the sake of the player, the planes should probably move slower. So if you're en route, airplane speed. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make this an input just so I could change this, because I feel like I'm gonna change this pretty often. I'm gonna be tweaking it. Let's say that airplane speed is something, let's cut it in half. And now, if you play it, I just want to kind of imagine what it would be like to see these planes moving around, see who's on them, and then if that's enough time for the player to like make a decision about like, I feel like this is good. You know what's kind of a problem though? Is that now it's a little hard, like sometimes they could just overlap with each other. So I think what I'll do now is reduce the amount of planes that get spawned. So if I go to destinations and create airplane, let's just create, let's try just one. What if we really just, I think one means it'll go through and then loop again, so it's actually going to create two. Why is art so hard? Do you mean art like the image part of it? Are you having trouble with your the design of your game, like the visual design of your game? This feels much better. Oh yeah. Look at this. This is great. So it's like airplanes moving super slow. And you can click on them, right? That one doesn't have anybody in it. Okay, a lot of these planes are empty, which is okay. That plane is packed. It has all these people in it. Game looks, yeah. Are you doing a 2D or a 3D game? Is this my first 2D jam? I think this is the first time I've made a 2D game for a jam. Maybe that has something to do with it. Is it? Yeah, every single other game I've ever made, I've done in 3D. They've been third-person games, first-person games. I did a VR game. None of them have ever been... Right? Yeah, this is my first 2D game I've done for a jam. Interesting. I'm doing a Doom-like 3D game with 2D visuals. Oh, right on. That sounds fun. So it's a little bit of both. A little bit of both. Oh shit, so you're doing... That means that you have to do modeling and draw your sprites. Okay, so this is looking really good now. I think what this means is that, like... Okay, so like Benjamin likes reading, right? And it's just like, well, we're already gonna get to this place. And nobody there likes reading. So okay, let's take this flight, because this flight's on its way. Actually, there's nobody on it. This flight, nobody's on it. Nobody on that one. Okay, you know what it should be? It should be that the center panel tells you their interest, and I guess it's kind of interesting because it's like maybe these people... Oh yeah, you tell them where to go. You just tell them where to go. Well, that feels a little weird. It's a little just kind of like organizing shit at that point. And I don't want to like make a time trial out of this. Yeah, sadly can't do either. Sure you can. You gotta you gotta you gotta push through that phase where like your tastes are sort of above your effort, or not your efforts, your abilities, right? You got to make a bunch of shitty stuff that you hate first until you get anywhere close to like being satisfied with the stuff you do. Pixel art is my jam. I'm okayish with 3D, but I feel pixel art is my strength. Yeah, Frank, you've done some really good pixel stuff. Frank here has done a handful of things that I've seen. He's submitted to my Discord. Oh, also, Coaster, feel free to check out the Discord. I have linked in the description of this stream. There's a handful of people that are like, I mean, not a hand. It's a nice little community. It's very small, very modest, but some good folks there. Frank being one of them, and so he shared some stuff in the work in progress section that's like really solid. Seen him do some really solid stuff, both character and whatever non-character like objects and stuff. I didn't go with pixel art, just drawn black and white. Sure, I joined. Oh, right on. Welcome. I do like me some hand. There's a sort of like what do you call it? Lovecraftian sort of Cthulhu Doom-like that's out right now. I forget what it's called, but it's hand-drawn stuff in a 3D world, and it looks really, really good. I was actually just watching clips of it like an hour ago. Might share some progress soon. Would love that. I love seeing what folks are working on. So, what's nice now is like all the planes just keep going. They're just going. They're just going and going. My options are that like, if you have a person, let's see, how many of these flights are just fucking empty? Okay, Oliver. So Oliver is going there, going to that destination no matter what. Okay, and then he arrives. Perfect. There is also kind of a problem with, so like I have that place selected. Which place is this? This is 11. All of these people are in there, but I only display 6 people. So it's a little problematic because like Lucas just went there, right? Is that him, Lucas Brown or Lucas Rodriguez? One of these Lucases was the guy we were just looking at. And then he should have been displayed in there. So it kind of makes me think that this should be like a scroll, like a list I can scroll. I've never built one of those. If I get stuff to work, right? It's been a hot minute since I last posted. It's been pretty busy these days. Yeah, I mean, dude, look at me. It's been fucking 2 months, and I haven't even I'm such a roll. I was on such a roll with like those YouTube videos and stuff, and I was programming a lot of things, doing work for PlayMaker. But that whole time, didn't touch Memories of a Spy. It's just like, yeah. I like that Miyazaki quote where it's like, to choose, life is about like, or what do you say? It's like, to choose one thing in your life, like, necessarily means, like, giving up another. Almost like choosing to not choose another thing, right? Because you have such a finite amount of time and energy and all that. So what I want to do is, what was the problem right now? Oh yeah, I was gonna look up. Let's see. We have our traveler list panel, and this is just a vertical layout group. But I'm kind of wondering, is there like a, what's a scroll rect? Like, is scroll rect as easy as? I'm gonna go to scenes. I'm gonna create a new folder. We'll call this test. Actually, I'm gonna put it in my assets. I'm going here, create new folder 00_testing, and in testing, I'm gonna right-click, create new scene, and we're gonna call this scroll menu. And we go to this, save. Okay, we're gonna go to UI. I guess, what's a scroll view? What the fuck? So that's it? Is that what I'm looking for? I feel like I've never used this. Is this new to this version of Unity? I'm using 2020. I'm using a 2020 LTS. I'm here just listening. Okay. Tony Hamilton, just chilling. How's it going, Tony? How you doing? Are you at work or something? Scroll the view, viewport, scroll. If I don't want a horizontal, right? If I just want that, and I just put it like this or something. Viewport content. Ah, I see. So then I could right-click UI button. Okay, and what if I duplicate the shit out of that? And this content, what if I put a vertical layout group on it? Ah, that does work like you would think. And if I just hit play, does this just work? It does. That's fucking beautiful. That's what I'm gonna do then. Okay, so what does it need? A scroll view has a scroll rect on it. Viewport is just an image. What is that? Ah, I see. That's like a mask, and then the content of it is the vertical layout group. Okay, so what I'll try doing is if I go to my scenes, main game, yeah, at work, chill. If I go to my canvas and info panels, traveler list panel. So in info panels, I'm gonna right click and create UI scroll view. Okay. And ooh, it's kind of squishing some shit together. That's okay. I'm gonna put my traveler list panel as a child of the viewport. I'm gonna delete content. Okay, viewport. Okay, go like this. Oops. I think that means that this can get centered. Yeah. Viewport. Scroll view. I find settings menus and making them work really annoying. I have to admit that I basically never get to that part. I mean, I do. Like a lot of the games have had like whatever, just a pause and quit menu, but never. I've had like volume adjusters, but never key bindings or graphics options and stuff. Have not touched any of that. Oh, that's not true. I added actually a really kind of like esoteric feature to Memories of a Spy. Memories of a Spy has an aspect ratio option, so you can play in you don't change your resolution, you change only the aspect ratio. So you could play in a box, 4:3. You could play in a 2:3:5:1 super widescreen, or you could do a standard 16:9. Just to give it different cinematic feels. Yeah, making volume work right now. It's annoying to make it work across scenes. Can't you just do player prefs? I feel like player prefs would be a really simple way of maintaining the volume across scenes. Or even like just whatever game objects your volume objects and scripting is on, just give that a don't destroy on load. Don't destroy on load. Okay. So, really quick, what does it say? I am, but making feel a bit smoother. Gotcha. Since there is constant music, I understand. Really quick, I'm just going to use the restroom. So enjoy the sultry sounds of planes flying around. Go to this bossa in my heart again. Okay, I'll be right back. All right. Also, you know what I realized? What was to say? I'm working on a program that can tell me when I'm getting distracted. It watches me via my laptop's camera and will play a tone and display an alert when I look away. Interesting. Yeah. I was gonna say, let me see, can I just do full webcam? So, check it out. Let's see, made this shirt. How do I initialize, finished, get next day, loop event, live, sleep, back, just live, sleep, get next day, live, sleep, get next day, and then when you're all done, you're dead. I want to make more of these, but yeah, I've been wearing this for like a couple weeks now. Looks hella clean, man. Thanks. I want it to be as rude as possible. Welcome back, welcome back. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I want to make more of these. Okay, so. Oh, I was getting this working. Right. My info panel, right? This. Scroll view. There we go. That's how you get it working. And I think, do I need to, I'm not sure why this one is, not really sure how this one was working. I think it should go like that. Viewport. Maybe this needs to be moved down. There we go. Okay. And then viewport. This is kind of difficult to understand. I think I made my game work. Right on. The music part, or the volume part, I mean. Let's see. Like that. It's weird that never sticks. Scroll rest, movement elastic, okay, elasticity, scroll, viewport, rectangle, oh. And then does the viewport need, okay, that's the mask. Traveler list panel, that stays the same. I think the problem I'm having is I don't really know. Ah, wait a minute. That's why. Height. Doesn't let me do that because it's in a vertical layout. Everything. Everything works now. Great. Everything. Interest panel, scroll view. Damn, this is so close. Like if I only could get it's so close. And that doesn't stay, right? It goes to top left. Okay. that's fine. I don't need the horizontal bar. Do need that one though. Oh, you know why? Because scroll bar. Ah. No, that's not true either. Scroll rect. I gotta run, man. Take care. All right, Frank. Have a good one, man. Hope you get that crazy Big Brother, self Big Brother cam working. That sounds crazy. Let's see. Yeah, because when I let it go, it just kind of goes back up. It's very close, very close. Scroll bar, viewport. Can I just move this? Nope. Oh, viewport. Pivot? Nope. Okay. Scroll view. This is the one. Scroll intensity. Horizontal. Do not need horizontal. Okay. Spacing. Nope. Width. Oh, that's kind of interesting. It's like squishing those together. I feel like that should be like this, and then info panels, still a vertical and a horizontal, but maybe I could change the spacing like that. Okay, and then scroll view. Ah, because this is it. It's this entire thing. Some values driven by horizontal layout group. Ah, okay. Laker Mouse, ahoy sir and folks. How's it going, Laker Mouse? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm on the verge of like feeling better about the design of this game, but I'm stuck on a technical thing. Finally, the technical shit really is getting my way here. I just wish I knew how to adjust this scroll view. Child force expand, width and height. Maybe I deselect both of those. Take this, spacing, increase them like that. Take the scroll view, and then, nope. I really wish I can't change any of this. I feel like that would make all the difference. Scroll rect, vertical, movement elastic, elasticity, inertia. I guess, you know, to be honest, this info panels, this horizontal layout group, I don't need it. Now I could take this and just force it like that. I don't like doing this, but it might be the better option right now. Okay. I think this is gonna work. Spoke too soon? Fuck. This is the one with the mask, right? Yep. I scroll. Auto hide and expand viewport. I wonder if that'll fuck things up. Let's play this just to see what it looks like right now. Can I scroll this? Nope. This? Nope. Also, this scroll bar recognizes I'm clicking it, but let me see. One sec. All right, sorry about that. I had a weird incident that happened today. Some strange man was like trying to get into my home, and just kind of had to tell the family about this stuff. So, anyways, where were we? It's a weird fucking thing to have happened. So, right, this isn't working. For some reason, the test scene works just fine, but this doesn't. I want to see what the difference is. Let me see. No more deving for me today. Yeah, you're a little burnt out? I am dead tired. Dude, that's how I was the other night. The stream before last, it was like, I really milked it all the way to the end. I was just like, gone. Okay, so canvas. Yeah, take a break. You don't want to burn yourself out. Scroll view. It says canvas, and then scroll view. And then, you know what it might be? Maybe it's that... I don't know. This is hard. Time to post progress. Nice. Lucky. I wish I had progress to post. Viewport, content, and then buttons. And it's just a vertical layout group. Under viewport is the content, which is a vertical. Under the viewport is a vertical layout group. Under the viewport is a vertical layout group. Let me just check that. Yeah, that's right. It does have a panel on it. I don't know how much that makes a difference. And the scroll bar. Oh, does the scroll bar change that? Let's see. Yeah, the problem is like, I'm trying to grab this. I could select it, but it's not changing anything. So, scroll view. Oh, content. For scroll rec should be this. There we go. That works now. Okay, okay, okay. So scroll view, this content is the traveler list panel. Okay, and that way I can... There we go. It'll be like this. And then the scroll bar will be like this. And I think I should just be able to take these and then like traveler list panel, spacing, like that. Okay, let's see how that works out. Alrighty, fellas, great stream today, Scott. Be safe. Thanks. Post it in your Discord as well, Coaster. Alright, I'm gonna check that out. Tony Hamilton, nice having you around. Have a good one, man. Be safe, you too, you too. Coaster, I am very curious to see what you posted. I'll check it out after the stream for sure. Whoa, where the fuck did my scroll bar go? Where's my scroll bar? Why did it get disabled? Or deactivated? What? Let me ask the internet. Unity Y scroll bar deactivated. Oh, maybe that's just the... Huh. Oh, you know what it might be? I think the scroll bar needs to be outside of... Oh, is that true? That would be kind of lame. Does it have to be like out here? Let's try that really quick. No, because it got deactivated. The problem was that it gets... Yeah, why does it get deactivated? Viewport Scroll Bar vertical. I wish my hierarchy was that clean. I mean, you should see the other games. To be fair, like, I've never seen a hierarchy look like this. I've never made a game with a hierarchy this clean. Yo, why is this so difficult right now? I'm like sincerely like pretty flabbergasted by this. Scroll view has the scroll bar. It gets deactivated. Why? Number of steps, handle rec, handle, and then viewport. Traveler list panel, okay. I got it this close. Like, it started working. It was working when I played it back a moment ago. Auto hide and expand. Viewport. Maybe it's just permanent. Let's just see this. Yeah, it's kind of weird. There's some weird stuff happening here. Some very weird stuff happening here. Never changes. Oh, I get it. You can drag this. That's really weird. I thought you had to drag the scroll bar. Oh, so if you movement type is unrestricted? Or how about clamped? That's strange, because I do want this, I think. Let's check out that test again. Sure. Pain. Yes, it is pain. See, this works great. This like knows to get to the bottom of that. Viewport content. So the content has these buttons in it. Has a vertical layout group in there. The viewport itself has this mask, the image on it, the scroll view. It has all like the same settings. Sebastian GameDev. What's up, guys? What'd I miss out? You missed out on me totally banging my head against the wall trying to figure out why this scroll view works so well over here in this test scene, but not in my main game. So like, oh god, yeah, what a, let's see. Okay, I have this right there, viewport. And if I use this, that totally fucks it up. Yeah, that breaks like everything. Okay, so I'm not gonna have horizontal layout group on. Sebastian GameDev, how you doing? How's it going? What are you working on today? You working on anything? Got this, visibility is permanent. Auto hide and expand viewport. Maybe unrestricted, let's see. Actually, I'm down to try this elasticity again. Let's see how this works. I don't know why that scroll bar deactivates itself. Yeah, what is that about? That is so strange. Why does the scroll bar deactivate itself? And if I try activating it, it doesn't let me. Just even crazier. Image, viewport, info panels. Okay. Maybe it has something to do with how much you can see in this. Yeah, that's kind of interesting, because now that I'm doing this, like, let's see if that changes anything. ¿Sabes español? Not much. Yeah. Mi español es no bueno. Like, poquito. Oh, look it works like this. Okay. You know what I think would be a good idea? Here's what I should have done. I should put this scroll list. Let me see, info panels. Yeah, and then scroll view. It sucks because basically I do still want to. I would have to change a bunch of things. Okay. I'm gonna break the shit out of my game, but I think it'll be worth it. I hope it's worth it. So the goal here is to take this traveler list panel. In the viewport, I'm gonna take this out, traveler list panel into info panels, and I'm gonna take this scroll view and I'm just gonna delete it. Okay, so we just have our original stuff here now. Okay, and then in info panels, I am going to put this horizontal layout group on. Okay, so that aligns everything nicely like that, right? And then in the traveler list panel, this is where I'll make a sub thing. So I'll do UI scroll view. Okay, so I'm going to put this up here at the top. And then in scroll view, I'll get rid of the horizontal bar, expand this, take all the things that I want in there and put them in the content section. Okay, then I can collapse this and let's see, viewport, content, how is this arranged? Maybe this needs a vertical layout group. Yep, okay, so all that fits now. So this is actually working a lot better. Okay, I'm learning my lesson here. Don't want to force the child to expand like that. We can stretch it out this way and this way. We could take the viewport and do the same thing. Or I guess we can't. Shit. Content. Scroll view. Is this the one with the mask? No. This is the one with the mask. This is always the problematic one because I want to be able to change. Ah, here we go. There it is. Thank God. And then can I move it to the side? God damn. Traveler list panel. Nope. Info panels. I'm this close. This close. I know it's the scroll view that I really want to move. It's not even, I mean, is it where the pivot is? This won't let me change anything. Or I guess it does. What the fuck? Huh. I feel like there's... Okay, okay. Traveler list panel. It's basing it off of this panel. Oh, because this has a vertical layout group still. Remove that. There we go. Holy shit. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh, okay, this is actually working. I just totally missed that. Okay. And then take this, like that. And then viewport. Does it need to... The thing is, I can't see those little guys anymore. Whatever, fuck it. Viewport. Content. This gets turned off. Or no. There's one that has like a panel in there. UI mask. Is it scroll view? That's it. There we go. Okay. And then this is looking pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna just give it a test run. This vertical scroll bar. Let's go like that. Let's give it a test. Oops, and close it. This. Okay. Okay, scroll bar works. A lot of these planes are empty. Oh, you know why? Duh. Because, okay, so this is what I was talking about. I'm going to temporarily break my game just so I can get that working. So now what needs to happen is in the content, this traveler list panel. Needs to be of this content. Okay, and then this broadcast all, sender, next traveler, reset flag. Does that work? And then in game manager, variables, I don't have traveler list panel in here, right? Okay, that's chill. Does that work? Let's see if that works. I feel like there's a few more places that value needs to get changed. But I just couldn't find it right now, so yeah, cool. I guess that was the only place. That's cool. Now we could scroll through all these names. All right. Slow pause. Wow, nice stuff, man. Thank you, Laker Mouse. Much appreciated. I need somebody to cheer me on after that one. It's a lonely endeavor. It was a sad half hour of my life trying to get through that one. So it's much appreciated. Okay, so all the names show up now. Now that all these names show up, and all these people are on planes or here at their little airports, what was the logic that I wanted to implement with that? Oh, hold on. Let me check one more thing. Fuck. I feel like I may have. Oh, please work still. Come on, come on. Okay, so we could still see their interests. Great. So click this plane. Benjamin likes singing. Ava likes video games. Noah likes chess. And none of these empty seats like anything. Okay. James Miller, Henry Miller. The game is still not fun. So it's time to make it fun. We have all these people on planes. We're trying to connect them based off of their interests. They're going to be going to wherever the hell it is that they're going to be going. But it's up to us to reroute their flights and force them to be with each other. So I guess it's about time to just cancel flights and close these places. So I think what the problem that I was on last time, right? This is why I opened up Photoshop. We're going to open up the prototype UI. And that way what I could do is come in here and start prototyping what the what it looks like when you... Oh, you know what it is? Maybe it's a click and hold. So if you have your world map destinations, right? Destination icons. You have their click info. So when you click on them, this is a tap or hold. And what you do is you do a you do a get mouse button down. No, you do a get mouse button up. Okay, and you say what are my event? Yeah, I have click, right? So send the event, click space/space tap. Otherwise, you have a wait in here that waits 0.5 seconds, which will send a new event called click space/space hold. Okay, so tap sends it up here and hold sends it down here. Now, if you do tap it, it just gives you the info for this. But if you hold, so this will just say display info. But if you hold, you change its open status. Change open status. So what that means is that it needs a bool flip in there. Bool flip. And it'll be a new variable called is open. And is open should be, by default, true. So when you click and hold it, it closes it. So flights can leave there, but they cannot land there. And then you do a bool test, which checks that is open. And if it's true, then we'll send true. And if it's false, then we'll send false. Okay, so true sends here, false sends here. Okay, so if it's open, then you close airport or close runway. And then if it's closed, then you open runway. Let's scooch these over. And like this. Okay. So display info. Okay, we'll make these set color to yellow. And then close runway is red, open runway is green. Okay. And this will be a little initialize state. Put it like that. Actually, this is fine. Okay. Now, what does it mean to open or close a runway? So typically the plane, I guess that's for us to check out with our plane, right? So go to prefabs and go to airplane. Now here's where our airplane is en route. We have two places where it is en route. I guess this one is like en route going home. And this is en route, just period. Okay, so what we wanted to do is while it's en route, it's going to constantly be checking if its airport is open. I think that's a safer method to just have a bool test running every frame. It's a simple solution, and if my shit gets bogged down of it because of it, then I'll change the method. But so en route, and here is where we'll do a, let's see, let's add a header. We'll add a header up here too. Okay, movement and sprite. Okay, so this makes visible and then looks at, moves towards. Okay, we can collapse that. And then this one is for checking airport status. Okay. will reroute if airport closes. Okay, so in here is where you're doing a get FSM bool from Ultimate is live says, how many here use PlayMaker? That's a good question. And Ultimate is live, where are you coming from? Do you use PlayMaker? I'm getting the FSM bool from, let's see, we're moving toward next destination, right? That is the game object. So in here, we're going to get that next destination. I think it's on, let's check. Is it at airport? Click info. I guess it's in click info, strangely enough. That's kind of a weird airport destination remove yeah, I guess I'll just put it in here in this FSM click info. So we'll put that variable there. So the airplane is going to be checking the click info FSM, and the variable is open, and we're going to store it here in our own variable called it is open as well. That's going to be running every frame. Let me minimize this. That's going to be running every frame, and then we're going to do a bool test that's also running every frame is open, and if it's false, then you need to reroute. So I guess I could just do like a airplane. Let's see. If it's false, do a new event called airplane space reroute. Okay, and then I'll put a new global. Well, actually, let's make that a global event. And then over here, I'll put it as a global transition, airplane reroute. Okay, and then we'll make this set color red and find closest airport. I am from India. I'm working a 9-to-5 job. I started playing games since 2007. Started with CS 1.6. Let's go, CS 1.6. Dota, WoW, and many more. I'm 31 years old, and now I finally decided to start developing game. However, I do not know coding. Ultimate is live. You found the right person. This man will change your life. Thank you. Working full-time job is kind of hard to learn coding from scratch. So was exploring PlayMaker. Ultimate is live. Like, PlayMaker is the shit. PlayMaker is totally like like just no doubt about it. It's like one of the just like the greatest things ever. Like the beauty of PlayMaker is that when you could do really advanced shit from the get-go, like with PlayMaker by itself. You could do really advanced things with PlayMaker by itself. And if you ever get to a point where you are trying to push the limits of the tech, which is to say you're trying to push the limits of Unity, then what's awesome about PlayMaker is that it's still just built out of a bunch of C# scripts. So if you ever find that you want to do super advanced stuff that the vanilla PlayMaker is not doing for you, there's just like a few things that you really want to push it for, you could create your own actions. Like you can create your own things that work with PlayMaker. Like I know a lot of people who are really good at coding, who like do really crazy advanced stuff with just coding, like no PlayMaker, but when they're making their own games, they choose to use PlayMaker to supplement it because like the combo is like really, really strong. Being able to use PlayMaker, like the coolest thing ever is like making your custom actions, right? It's kind of like building your own engine, because like you're building things, you're creating building blocks that are like hyper specific to what you're doing, and you can make them in really generic ways. You can make them in really like narrow, super focused ways, but that's like, you know, that's like way down the line if you're ever like really trying to get crazy. But from the get-go, like it will turn, like, you know, if you check out the courses that I put out, or if you even check out just like the free tutorials that are on the official Hutong YouTube, it'll definitely give you what most people have described to me as like years worth of skill, I guess you would call it. Like a lot of people have said like, oh shit, like it took me, 2 years of studying C# and practicing this and that to do this and that. It's like, and then as soon as I tried PlayMaker, I could do it in like 5 minutes. And it's like that. I hear that over and over and over again. So enough of my preaching. All I could say is go check it out. If you do get it, there's a link in the description of this video. And if you use that link, it's an affiliate code for me, so I get a little chunk of change. You'd help support me and what I'm doing, help support the channel and stuff like that. But even if you don't want to use that link, just out of spite, I still implore you to go get PlayMaker. It's life changing, man. It really did change my life. Subbed. Cool, thank you. Laker Mouse, yeah, saw First True is built on PlayMaker, so I was impressed and shocked. Yeah, a lot of really crazy things are made with PlayMaker. You should check out one of the more impressive things lately that one of my friends is doing is Corpus Edax. If you look up Corpus, Corpus, and then Edax, Edax, he's making an immersive sim with PlayMaker, but he does a lot of the combo. He does a lot of the combo where he's making custom actions. He's using some third-party assets and stuff like that. But like the core programming of it all is like really happening in PlayMaker. Thanks for the info, Steven. Any tutorials you would like to share? Honestly, I would just say when you're first starting out, like go through the basics tutorials. Like just sit through the PlayMaker essentials. Like if you go to the official Hutong YouTube channel, to the official tutorials, watch those from the beginning. Like just go through them. Alternatively, like I have 2 courses out. The one I just put out like less than a week ago, 5 days ago. I just released my horror course, and both of my courses, I have a horror course, which is for 3D stuff, and then a Metroidvania course, which is for 2D stuff. And both of them are meant to take somebody who's never touched Unity in their life all the way to the end to have like a game running. The horror one's a little different because more of what I'm teaching you, it still takes you from total beginner, but it's a little different in that at the end of it, you just have a lot of like of the tropes of what create a horror game, but I don't give you like the full roadmap of like, like I'm not writing your story for you. I'm not like designing your levels for you. I'm saying like, here's how you program everything that you need. And then at the end, you just have these big Legos to just like snap together. And then suddenly you have a game, but I teach you how to do it all from scratch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I would say go check those out. Yeah, that's it. Cool, thanks. I'll stick around for a few minutes. It's 4:30 a.m. here. Okay, right on. Whereabouts are you, by the way? Let me know where you're coming from. So I'm setting up this reroute here. So this in route, it's getting the is open bool from its next destination. And if that closes, then it needs to reroute. And so what it needs to do is find the nearest, find closest, the game object tagged as destination. And you'll store the object as next destination. Let me see. And then I think there's an array replace. Array. Transfer value, insert, get. Let me see if there's an array replace. Oh, by the way, here's the ecosystem. And this is where you can find additional actions that the whole community is making. This is like 10 years worth of things that people have been making. Well, I'll be hopping off for today. You guys have a good something and good luck. Probably a good time, right? Coaster, thank you. I'm going to check out what you sent in the Discord after the stream. Glad you were able to swing by. Hope to have you again. Sappy Rock, guess who just joined the stream? Oh, Sappy Rook. Oh, Sappy Rook. Is that who just joined the stream? What's up? How's it going? How you doing? Ultimate is lives from India. Well, welcome. I think you said that, huh? I think maybe that's my bad. I think you did. Yeah, you said you were from India. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Greetings to India from Los Angeles. Sappy Rook, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. What are you up to? Are you partaking in any game jam happening right now? So I don't think there's an array replace. I think what I might do instead is just remove. I'll do an array remove from my flight path. Or actually, array contains. That's what I want. I'll do an array contains from my flight path. The value I want to check if it has is the next destination, and the index of it will be next destination underscore index, and that way I could just remove it. Actually, maybe I could even do just an array set. I know there's an array action that transfer value. No, shuffle, set, remove, insert an item to at a specified index. Okay. For each contains clear add range. So what I'm gonna try to do. It's going good. How about you? Good. I'm glad to hear that. Same here. This morning was a little. I have to admit, over the last day or so, I've been like, this game isn't really working out. Not really feeling it. Like, and mostly just because like, I couldn't figure out the logistics of how to make the gameplay work. Like, I had the broad concept painted out, but like, how to actually make it work. Not even on a technical level, but just like on a balancing level. The logic of how everything worked and which responsibilities I give to the player versus which things were automated was not clear to me. And so I was like, this game just seems boring and stupid. And you know what? It still might be. But I think I had some revelations today during the stream. And now I'm kind of back on track. And I think I'm gonna do some things right now that are finally gonna kind of put the main gameplay loop into play. And I think today I'll have an idea. I'll be able to play the game pretty much. So I think today I'm gonna actually see what the gameplay looks and feels like, and then I can start like finessing and hopefully putting in all the bells and whistles, cool game feel stuff. So I'm doing an array contains, checking the flight path for next destination. I remove it using this. So I go next destination, I remove it, and then I do an array add or an array set the value at an index. Index must be between 0 and the number of items. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to have to do is do an array add. So I'm going to add to my flight path after I find the closest. So this is my new next destination. And then I do an array set, which will set using next destination index, the value next destination. And hopefully that doesn't create like a 3. I think this should work out. So after it does that, I'm going to put it right. I guess it just sends right back to it. Yeah, it goes back to in route. Okay, let's try this out. That might be it. That might have been a lot simpler than I thought. So I'll select destination icon 1. I'm gonna play this. I'll find a plane that's going there, and then I'll close it, and then we'll see what the plane does. Okay, so which planes are going there? Is this plane going there? It's not. Is this plane going there? Is this plane going there? Nope. Is this plane? Is this plane? Ah, this plane's going there. Okay, so this plane right here is going there. So what I'm gonna do is I'll change this really quick so we can actually see it. When this plane leaves this airport, it's gonna arrive here, it's gonna wait a few seconds, and then it's gonna leave. When it's leaving, I'm gonna close this airport. And then we'll know if this is working. And we should be able to see the plane like straight up reroute. Okay, come on, let's go. All right, so it's heading that way. I'm gonna let it pass this one because it kind of looks like it's heading towards that one, but it's not. It's kind of, I want to be able to see it like actually turn the whole plane. Okay. It might even fly, it might even turn around and fly backwards. So I'm gonna click and hold this. Oh wait, oh. Wait. How come? How come it's not working? I click and hold there, and it should wait. Click and hold, right? Yeah. You know what it is? Is UI click fires off on mouse button up. I wonder if that could be changed in our event system. Shit. That's the one. Okay. So I guess I should make sure that that works first before anything. Is there a better way to do that? I'm gonna try something else. We're gonna go to the click info, and instead of a tap or hold, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna get rid of these, get rid of these. I'm gonna give it a sub menu. So when you click on it, a little menu will pop up. So actually, let's give this UI click. Delete that. Okay, and then these things, I'll remove them. And let's make a new FSM called open close. And here, I'll paste that in there again. And we'll sort this in just a second. In fact, this might not even be how I do it. But if I right click and then go to UI, You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking maybe I just stop this from being a button. Let's really try to break this game. Let's really try to blow this up, because I think that'd be a better design decision. So I'm going to take a picture of this just to have on hand, because I think I'll want to yoink doink those colors later, maybe. Probably. And I'm going to just go ahead and straight up remove that button component. And I'm going to take these, copy them, remove this, go to click info, paste it back in, and actually I am going to do all that shit. So let's put in another tap or hold, right? And then you do a wait for 5 seconds. That sends click, that was hold, and then if you get button up, this will send click tap. Okay, and then we'll make this global transition UI click, get rid of this one, go like that, tap just sends there. I think, yeah, I'm not sure if it's UI click or mouse down, but we'll find out in just a second. And I think that looks good, right? UI click. So let's find out. Might have to be a button, but if so, then there's a mouse down or something like that. Or I could even do like a screencast or whatever the fuck. Oh, holy shit, wait a minute. Destination icon. It needs an image in there, forgot. Needs to be red. There they are. Okay, that was close. Very funny. Okay, so they don't receive clicks, right? Okay, noted. So that means that instead I can use, oops, global transition. Does pointer click do that? Is that what pointer click is? What's pointer click? Yeah, nice. Yeah, pointer click just does the same thing, but for just image elements. So now I can click and hold it, right? Ah, but pointer click does fucking mouse up as well. Shit. Okay. We're learning here. We're learning here. Let's go add global transition, system events, mouse down, and I'll delete these ones. Okay. See how that plays. Doesn't work. Okay. It's array castable target. Okay. Gonna delete that transition. Global transition. I'm actually surprised about mouse down. UI events, UI pointer down, maybe. Hope this works. That'd be nice. Nice, it does. Oh, you know what? In display info should say that it's closed or something. Great. Okay, so I'm gonna play this from the top now. So UI pointer down is how you can just click on any UI element. Doesn't need to be a button, and it registers the down click of the button. Because a lot of the other ones, when they say click, they're assuming that you let go. It was just a tap. So if you want to program your own tap and hold stuff, UI pointer down is the way to go. But what I need to do is get this airplane and show destinations, get path, broadcast style set is destination, visuals is destination. So I think it's on visuals then. Destination icon, visuals, is destination. If it's true, then it will UI graphic set color. I think maybe change it to green. And then over here, we'll change it back to red. Okay. I'm gonna rename these while I'm here. Is destination. And this one is not destination. So, like I said, breaking the game to kind of build it back up again. And so far, we're actually making really good progress. So if I click this, oh, I forgot I have to click the plane, right? So if I click this plane, great, yeah. So the plane, now this works way better than before. So this plane, I'm gonna close this one. Ah, okay, cool. Something happened, brilliant. I love a new bug. So what happened is it went to the reroute one. That's the problem, is that it needs to get the closest airport from that airport. Wait, no, that's not true either. It needs to get the, It needs to get the closest airport to that plane. It needs to get the second closest airport. Right. Okay. Is there another, maybe like closest? Find closest to? Invert mask, store object, store distance. Yeah, I have a feeling that what I'm going to have to do is build an Fsm template that will let's just do that really quick because I already know how to do that super quick. So it is airplane, find closest airport. I'm back. Went to do something, but I'm here again. Just in time, because I'm about to do some crazy shit. I fucking love making Fsm templates. Okay, so this array contains my destination. Here we go. And then array remove, and then find closest. So let's call this first one remove next destination, and then we'll take everything from here and put it in its new state, send that down there, and then in here, instead of find closest, actually we're going to be setting to another new state. This, I'm going to turn this off just so I could read the values of it. But in here is where you do the find next closest destination. Okay. So that way, let's see, what is it? It's we use next destination. What we want to do is we want to get all the destinations. Is there an action to get everything that has a tag? Find game objects with tag. I think that's it. Yeah. Find game objects with tag. Get it. So I've never used this before. We'll see if this action does what it claims it does. But it should store all these things into an array. And then we can close that. See, tag. Find game objects with tag. Does it let me store it in there? Yeah, an array. So we're gonna make a new array called, actually, do we have all destinations in here already? Final destination has destination, my passengers, next destination, starting airport. I guess we could have just done a get FSM array from that other thing. This is fine. All destinations, and it's a game object array. So we're going to store all those in all destinations, right? Okay, gotta go. Join your Discord channel. Right on. Ultimate is live. Thanks for swinging by. Definitely swing by the Discord again. I mean the channel again, but I'll hit you up in the Discord if you want to share stuff, whatever you're working on. If you get around to trying out PlayMaker and all that, come chat. It's nice. It's a very quaint little community. Eclipse the producer, long time no see. That's my bad though. Yeah, Eclipse the producer, how's it going? How you doing? Welcome. Right on time. Oh, and Olitao45, would you recommend PlayMaker or Unreal Blueprints? So the thing is, I don't have any experience with Unreal Blueprints, nor Unreal. I don't have much interest in trying Unreal, but I hear people have a great time with it, and for people who are like really interested in like extreme graphic fidelity and like that's their sole sort of like focus on things, I think Unreal is probably the way to go for a lot of people. But personally, I am more interested in Unity because of PlayMaker, because of the way it's programming. So the thing is, like, when it comes down to what I recommend, PlayMaker or Unreal Blueprints, it's kind of two different things, because Blueprints, and same thing with Bolt. If you've heard of Bolt, that's like the other solution for like visual scripting in Unity. Those break down all of the parts of coding into visual elements, and it's like a one-to-one thing for every little line of code that you would normally be writing, like the API of whatever C# or C++ for like the Unity engine or whatever Unreal's language is. There is a node for it. So for every word or little phrase or everything you have to know, every bracket and all that, there is a little node for it, and you connect those together. So a lot of people have described like Bolt and other visual scripting programs as like, well, specifically Bolt, they called it C#, but with a mouse. So instead of typing all this language, you're just dragging and dropping things around. And the thing is, for some people, the visual representation of it helps, but essentially you're doing the same thing. So you have to memorize the same amount of things. You have to memorize the same sort of building patterns, the same type of like logic. You still have to learn all those things, and in that way, you're still learning coding. So if you're trying to avoid coding and like actually writing out code, it's actually you're basically still learning coding if you're going to do Unreal blueprints and Bolt and stuff like that. So the difference with PlayMaker is that PlayMaker is actually just, it's finite state machines. It's programming all the most common concepts and all the sort of like most fundamental concepts in little actions like this stuff. So it's higher level that way. It has a lot of high level stuff. And if you ever do want to get to the low level parts of it, like if you're ever really trying to get into the nitty gritty where you're just trying to optimize things or doing like highly specific stuff that the vanilla version doesn't ship with, then you could start supplementing it with AI. I mean, not AI, C#. I don't know why I said AI. You can start supplementing it with C# and, that just means kind of building on what PlayMaker already has. So yeah, when it comes to recommending PlayMaker Unreal blueprints, I would say if you're starting out game dev and you really just want to like see which parts of it you enjoy and you really want to like build stuff fast and like honestly just get going, the answer is always going to be PlayMaker. But if you're somebody who like you really don't care about like the programming side, just like, okay, you'll just do whatever you need to do to get programming, but that's not necessarily what interests you, and instead you're just trying to make something that like looks pretty, if you're just trying to like find a way to get your hands on something that is like very like visually oriented, specifically with like realism, I would say that's kind of like one of the few places that I see Unreal being I don't know, just like a better choice for, because Unreal out of the box gives you all their like whatever their real-time global illumination and all these other crazy things visually, whereas with Unity it takes a little bit of upfront work. You have to learn the HDRP, the high definition render pipeline. Like Unity can do it, they could do really amazing AAA level graphics like that look just as good as Unreal, but it takes work to build it, and that's kind of the only reason I would ever want to use Unreal, is if I was just dead set on trying to get the most cutting edge graphics possible. But I have little to no interest in that, and I'd rather actually just make games and finish games and have fun making games. And so far, Unity hasn't let me down. And PlayMaker is just a different way of using Unity. I wasn't too enthused with Bolt. I like PlayMaker better. Personal preference, if anything. It is. I mean, like, it really does come down to it. It's like, do you like coding? Do you like, do you have the patience or sort of like the knack for picking up these different languages? Because me personally, like, I'm learning C# just fine, but like as I go through it, because I started learning C# late in the game, right? Like I started picking it up like maybe last year, and as I was like, I just wanted to move an object across the screen, and it's like, holy shit, man! Like I knew, I made videos about it, and I looked into it enough myself. Like I knew there's more work to do when you program with C# as opposed to PlayMaker. But lately, it's really been hitting me. I'm like, oh man, like I can't just do a like set position, or like not even a set position. I can just do a move towards. Like, look at that. It's just all set up for you. You just drag and drop that shit in there, and it just works. And then in C#, it's like, you got to write the whole damn thing out. And it's a lot. And it's not like human language. The terminology and phrases that it uses they're high level technically. Like C# is still technically a high level language because you're not writing out zeros and ones. There's far more abstract languages out there for sure, but you're still memorizing phrases and descriptions of things. Like the syntax of it still does not read like English. This shit right here, dude, like my shirt, right? Fucking, I made this shirt. It's a PlayMaker shirt. Like this is fucking English. Like you can read this. Like you know what this means. Initialize, right? This is like being born. Get next day. Loop event sends down here, right? Like duh, loop event goes down here. Live, finished. Sleep, finished. And then when it's finished, it comes back up here where it gets the next day and it loops, right? Loop event, and then when it's complete, you're dead, right? Like it makes sense, you know. Like, and of course that's just like the frame that you're in, right? Like that's just like the context. It's like you can also name your variables just as well in C# or something, but even the nitty gritty when you get inside those states, it's like, yeah, look at find game objects with tag. That's English, man. Move towards, that's English. Go to any one of these states. Like find closest, set bool value. Like all these are just like random weight, you know, like these ideas get pushed into abstraction just a little bit more when you're in C#, and that makes it a little less accessible. And you're doing, even if you're really good at C#, you're still spending mental energy like parsing that language. And that's why I have to mention every time, I know a lot of people who are super good at C#, who are really good programmers, who still prefer to mostly build in PlayMaker, and then they supplement with C#. They build their own actions, or they do a little bit of things that are like, you know, their own little script on the side, but mostly it's built with PlayMaker. So Unity has the same thing with just extra steps. Yeah, it's like extra steps. Yeah. PlayMaker really distills it down for you. But you still get all of the control. You could still do all the nitty gritty. You could still go inside and like get really hyper specific with certain things. It's a layer between you and like all the abstract code, but it still gives you access to all the abstract code. So, you know, you could start with PlayMaker, and if you ever hit a point where you're like, oh, like this isn't efficient enough, or like PlayMaker doesn't have this one little feature, or like, you know, it's not like, if you ever hit those parts, then you could just learn a little bit of C#. You don't even have to, like, I got away for a long time not proper learning C#. Like I legit couldn't write a script from top to bottom, but I could go inside of an action. Like I could take two different actions and I can copy and paste the C# and create a new action that does both of those things. So you don't even have to like learn C# proper to like really build on and improve your PlayMaker experience. But if you wanted to, you could, and I have been, and it's been awesome. Something I'm not sure about, wondering if you know how to do it. It's a physics thing. Think of Sonic when he goes inside the loops and he remains attached to the loop. How do you do that? There's probably a million ways. Like I don't know how Sonic does it specifically. Like when you're designing things like that, you have to remember that you have a choice to design it either like realistically or with the sort of artistic freedoms, or like the, you know, the sort of like what do you call it? Yeah, just taking artistic freedom. So the realistic way, you might want to figure out the physics behind it. Maybe you want to build everything in a way that like actually works with friction, mass, velocity, and all that sort of stuff. So the physics engine that's built into Unity can kind of take care of a lot of that heavy work for you. But the problem with that is that like you might get a Sonic that is like too realistic, where it's just like it doesn't feel as good to play, you know? Like the way Mario and most characters jump in a game is so unrealistic physically, like as far as physics are concerned, and they have all this like artist's touch to it, that make it feel better. And so similarly with Sonic, you might build something that is physically accurate, and you could probably get a Sonic loop thing to work with physics like that, but you also might find that doing it in a fake way might feel better. It might just be better. And a fake way that I can think of off the top of my head is like you build a spline. So it's like if you hit a loop going some certain speed, Sonic will just attach to that spline and then animate across it using whatever the current speed of Sonic was. Yeah, like there's plenty of different ways. I would do experiments. I would honestly just make a handful of scenes that use different ways and then see which one feels best to you. That reminds me, I need to buy merch. Yeah. Oh, by the way, God, here, I haven't like properly plugged this, but if you go to my site, is it on my site? I don't even think it is. Is it on PlayMaker, or was it like Live, Die? I forgot what, I'll have to post it again soon. But yeah, you could buy this shirt online. I wanna put the prices down though, because like I left all the default prices up and they're like $28 or something, and I think I could lower them as far as like 20. So let me just close all this. Okay, I'm gonna get back to this. I wonder, like that ugly Sonic. Oh, it was blah, blah, blah. Not necessarily defying gravity, but with momentum added. No, yeah, I know. Like that's the thing, is like you can make a quote unquote realistic version where like you could do that, because like that's just like Hot Wheel cars, right? If you ever had a Hot Wheel set and you rolled your car down a big incline and then it did the loop-de-loop, that's possible. You could do that with physics. But yeah, you might just find that like putting artificial constraints on it could make it feel better. Like maybe it could do that, but when it's doing that, it can't move left or right, or it's like maybe you remove the controls entirely, so it only, I don't know, it, you know, I'd really have to kind of get in there, but like I hope you kind of get what I'm saying, is just that like there's a balance that you can strike between letting physics handle everything for something like that versus totally artificially representing it, and that maybe there's a little in between, but that just you should grasp that idea, because not everything in games is actually like you might think it's working one way, but there's probably some real trickery, some real like kind of smoke and mirrors to make it look like something's happening, but in reality it's like a different thing. I hope that makes sense. I wonder if they loop the entire world when he's there. Are you talking about Sonichu? Gosh, the guy who made the series, he was very okay, so what was I here for? Why was I on airplane? Oh, right. So I was gonna do this thing. So what I want to do is find. I'm gonna put this in there. Put this in here, so it gets all those destinations, and then find the next closest destination. Instead of making a template, I'm honestly just gonna do array get next. Okay, and then array get next. The array is gonna be all destinations. And then, oh, you know what? I built an action that I put on the store. I mean, on the ecosystem a long time ago. Min max. I'll look for it in just a second. I'll look for that in just a second. But you get this loop event, reset flag. You know what? Maybe I will do a run FSM, because those reset themselves. Let's do a run FSM. Create a new template called get second closest destination. Let's do that thing again. Okay, and in here, what we're gonna do is array get next. It's a array called all destinations. It's an array of game objects. Okay, and we're going to be going through those, getting loop event, reset flag, and a finished complete event. Okay, complete goes back here, loop event goes down here. So this is going to get next destination, and then here we'll get next distance, and then it stores it in there. So you do a get distance between oh, wait a minute. Fuck. Hold on. There's some weird logistical things happening here. Okay, let me show you what's on my mind. So, we have this. Okay. So, if you have this, if your plane is right here, I might have to do this a couple times. If your plane is right here, then and this is where you're supposed to be going, and you got the closest destination to you, it would still be this one, but you don't want that one because it's closed. The next closest destination would be here, and so you'd go to that one instead. But if you were right here, yeah, if you were coming from like over here, so you're like right here now, this is the problem, I think. Yeah. And this place closed. If you got, oh, actually that's fine. That's fine. So what you do is like, because it would get the, if you got closest destination, it would be this one. So what you need to do is you just need to make sure that the closest destination is not equal to that first option that you had. Okay, that's what it has to be. What type of game are you thinking about building? Are you asking me? This thing that I'm building right now? Olitao 45? Clip says, so are you still out in, what is France or something? I remember you had moved. I'll be honest, you speak like an American very well if you aren't born and raised from America. Yeah, no, I'm an American. Shamefully, I'm an American. But yeah, I was in Paris. I was in Europe for a little while, mostly in Paris. Took a little, like, kind of, I don't know. It's weird to call it a vacation because I was just living my life there, and like, you know, I was staying in an apartment there and waking up and working my job like usual and just kind of doing everything I do here but in Paris, and it was for like 3 months, you know. But the thing is, I didn't know that when I was there, like, I didn't know until I got there, till after I got there, that I had a 90-day limitation for being in the European Union. So I had to come back, which, yeah, it was a bummer. And I've actually been thinking a lot more about like a more permanent situation. So yeah, I really want to figure that out, because I would like to be, honestly, I would really love to be a European citizen. I would really love to have citizenship somewhere over there, just to spend more time over there. I genuinely, like, was a lot happier being there than I have been being here in the States. Which, you know, is frustrating for like friends and family and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I love the States. I love especially where I'm from. I'm here in the San Gabriel Valley, but yeah, I say the same thing myself. Have you spent much time in Europe? Whereabouts are you? Okay, so we get the next destination. We get all these destinations, right? And you get all the distances. Okay. Oh, Yeah, so you want to get the distance between, I guess you could just say owner, and the result is, call this destination to check. Okay, destination to check, and then new variable distance to destination. Not going to be running every frame, and then you do an array add, and it's going to be adding to a new array called destination distances, and that's a float array. Okay, destination distances, and we're going to be adding that distance to destination. Cool. So when it does that, once it's done, okay, gets all those. Link start, lock to left. Let's put this over here. Gets all those distances, and then it does sort distances. And this is where we could use that action that I have. Max. I forgot what the... I forgot what the name of the action was. It was like get float max. That's not what it was. Oh, you know what? It was like array get min max. Array min. Array get min max. All right. So I'm so glad I put this one on the ecosystem. So I made this action sometime last year. What does that mean? Contains? Definition for contains? No, actually. What's funny is that now it might have like broken. Yeah, okay, so I need to check that out. Min max. Let's open it up. I haven't been to Europe, but I've spent my whole life in America to know I don't like it here. Michigan, to be exact. Upstate Michigan. I'm a nerd at heart, but also an outdoorsman as well. To be honest, I'm using my phone and PDA net to get internet out here in the middle of the woods in a camper. That actually sounds kind of nice. I'm an off-the-grid person. All solar. Get the fuck out of here. Wait, this is your normal, everyday, day-to-day life? Is you're totally off the grid? You're out here living off of the off solar in a camper? That sounds dope, my man. That sounds like right dope. So this said error at 89 and 33. Variable type does not exist. 89. Ah, look at this. PlayMaker utils. So I need PlayMaker utils to use this. I forgot about that. Let me get utils. Here we go. Get. Import. Hopefully that goes away. Yes, my day-to-day life. The closest thing to on the grid I have is my phone, right? That sounds crazy. Wait, are you playing games out there, though? You're on, like, a GameDev channel, and it makes me wonder, like, are you gaming out there off of solar power? Like, my rig takes some juice. Okay, now this should work. Airplane. I need to go to... this, sort distances, min max. Okay, so I have this array get min max that I can now get my destination distances. Maybe I don't want to use that. Maybe I just did all this work for nothing. Yes, I'm playing COD as well online. It's crazy. That's cool. All right, let me see how I'm supposed to do this. I get all the distances. of all these places. Now I have two arrays with identical indexes, so they have matching indexes. What I want to do is do an array. Fuck, how do you do that? Okay, I have an idea. You do an array sort. We're not going to use my min-max thing. You do an array sort, and you sort the destination distances. And then what you do is you get, let me see, hold on. Let's bring up the manual. So when it sorts it, to reverse the sort, right? So when it sorts it, it goes from lowest to highest. Okay. So if you're going lowest to highest, that makes sense because you want the shortest distance. And what that means is that you want array get. So you'll do destination distances, and you want to get it from index 1, which is the second entry, right? And then you store the value as whatever, distance to destination. And then you do, oh, wait a minute. This is very ham-fisted, but I think this is the way to do it. Array add. When it's done, I think you do an array copy, array transfer value. I could have used that earlier for something. But you can buy solar panels one at a time and daisy chain them as you go. Right now, I'm at 4,600 watts max and seems to run everything correctly. Nice. That is really mind-blowing to me. I haven't really looked into living off the grid that way. What's your downtime like for bad weather, etc. Eclipse? Do you have a ton of battery backup? That's a good question. Let's see. Array get destination distances. So I'm getting the second one. I think array copy. Yet. Make it random. Resize. Shuffle. Delete at for each. There isn't any downtime. You could use an inverter and connect to car batteries, so even when it's nighttime or downtime, you can use the juice off the car batteries you charged. Car batteries are like a generator, so to speak. You have a UI, as I like to call it, looks similar to a door security mechanism, square box with LCD. Then on that box are the inputs and outputs. How do you get the second? shit. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. 1 second. Okay. Oh. That's what you do. You just exclude it from the destinations that you're getting. So array get next, and then you do an array remove after you sort the distances. So from all destinations, you remove the value next destination, which will be an input. Destination. And then you do an array contains. Okay, you do all destinations, you check if it has the next destination, you get the index, which is next destination underscore index. Okay, and it's gonna have it in there, so I don't need to put the is contained, not contained. I really hope not. And then you I wish you could do remove at. There's delete at. Delete the item at index. Clear. Is there a remove at? Array remove. Remove all. Let me see. This array remove. I'm gonna see if I can juice it up a little bit. At the index, and let's do edit script. So I'm opening this array set and array remove action. So I want to do an array remove, but instead of removing using a game object value, I want to just remove from an index. Yeah, okay. So, the more car batteries, the longer offline time you get. Really, the more solar panels, you have the faster charge time. Amazon sells with 300 watts for about 350. Buy as you go, and it can be daisy chained as you get more. You also have to buy a DC outlet converter as well. That's how I hook it to my camper. One plug-in from the outside and powers many inside. 10 outlets inside, 30 volts. That's crazy. So would you want to do a similar setup in another country? Because like if you're out there, it's like, I don't know, it sounds, I mean, that's such a different lifestyle. But yeah. Okay, so array remove. Typically, you'd be using the item to remove. That's weird that this is an Fsm variable. The value. FSM variable. Interesting. And then it has, let's see. Oh, that's right, because if you're doing an FSM, it has to, right, that makes sense. Because if it's an array, it doesn't, you can't specify, right. So then array set, the index into the array. So I'm gonna try doing this right now. I'm gonna go to array remove, and I'm gonna duplicate it and call it array remove at. I'm gonna copy that name. I'm gonna open the script, and we're gonna rename it right here. Okay, array remove at. We're gonna save it. I'm gonna come back in here, let that compile. Okay, go to airplane, this, select that, open that, and in here, we're gonna do a remove at destination distances. Oh, no. Yeah. I'm gonna, yeah, because we need that. So instead of the value, I'd be down. I just don't know how I can pick my camper in a, can pack my camper in a plane, you know? Oh, right. Well, you can always like, yeah, right. What you're about to say is like, I guess I could start over again. Not like I haven't left everything and just start with nothing to build up again. Done that like 3 times already. Whoever stumbled across my stuff has made a great find. Whoa, you just like leave it there? That's, I mean, why don't you sell it? You could like sell that stuff and then use that to, you know, get somewhere else. Fuck, okay. So, this array remove at. This is, instead of value, it's an FSM variable. This array set, the index into the array. I'm gonna copy this. Okay, I'm gonna put it in here. An array set. I just wanna find everywhere else that this is used. Okay, and it's used here. So, if this if index value blah value, okay, then value update value. Okay, so I think I'm gonna copy this. So I'll copy all of it. No, I'll just copy this part. If array is none. Okay, so when we do the do remove value, I'm going to paste all this here. We can leave that there. And then if array is null, we'll return value. Variable list, new list, object array values, if all matches dot value. Oh, okay. Value dot update value. Variable list. Object array dot values. If all matches dot value, list dot remove all. Else. Okay, so list dot remove all, value dot get value. And that's what it is, value, right? But this one uses index.value. I think that's how this one works. It goes if index.value is less than 0 and index.value is greater than length is, wait, no. If index.value is greater than 0 and index.value is less than the array length, when you update the value, array.set. This is why I need to get better at C#, so I can come in and like big brain these custom actions. Yep, it's sort of a long story. Living in the woods has its ups and downs. You don't want to stick around when you got some psycho stalking your campsite, leaving strange clues as to him killing. That's fucking crazy. It's crazy, man, but I wouldn't trade my experiences with the world. You can survive through some of the craziest stuff. You can survive through almost anything. That sounds intense. That sounds really wild. I mean, I thought it was crazy. I don't know if you heard earlier, but some crazy dude like tried getting into my house today. He just like opened the door and like came inside, and like he just walked down the street like screaming and cursing and stuff, and he left like a raincoat at the door. He's just like, oh, I'm just returning this. And it's like, that doesn't belong to anybody who lives here. That was a whole fucking thing. But I can't imagine being out in the woods and like getting shit like that. Okay, so value.update value. This is do remove value. Array.set. Value.array.set. And you do index value, value. I don't get that. Am I in over my head again right now? Oops. Sounds like he planned on robbing you, but didn't realize someone was home. The world's gone into a shithole. It's fucking crazy, man. Well, the thing is, it's like he saw people coming in right at that moment. Like the door closed, and then a second later, he rings the doorbell, and before anybody even answers, he just steps in. Like less than a second went by. It's like he saw somebody going in. That's what's even weirder. Like he followed somebody through the door. I should probably figure out how this works first. So, give me a private to be happy. Yeah. Value.update value variable list equals new list object array of values if all matches dot value. Let's remove. Oh, okay. All matches dot value. Maybe I should, instead of array set, I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna delete this stuff. And I'm gonna go to array delete at. So delete at. You know what I guess you could do is like you could you could do a delete at. You could say from destination distances, delete at next destination dot index, and then you do an array remove from destination distances. I guess 0. You know what I need to do is like delete at might be like remove. I'm actually not sure. I'm gonna go to a testing. Let's see. Create scene. We'll call this like just action tests. I'm gonna go to this. Okay, create an empty object. And then on this object, okay, variables, I'm just gonna make an array, blah, 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 make it a float array of 4, and this will be like this, 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 and this. And then on the first state, you do a delete at, and you delete at index 0. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 values. So now there's 2. So it is like, oh, it's already there. So remove at is the same thing as delete at. I'm so dumb. That's just the same thing. Okay, Steven, stop wasting time, man. Let's get this over with. So back in the scene, I wish I would have tested that sooner. Sure. Main game. Actually, prefabs, airplane. This. Okay, so we're not doing delete at. We're not doing remove. We're gonna do array. Yeah, we're doing delete at from destination distances using the next destination index. Okay, so that way we have an array of all the places, and there's an array of all their distances, and they're at the same index. They have now their indexes are synchronized. I'm the time waster. Why are you the time waster? Because you're just kicking back, enjoying the woods, the great outdoors. I feel like I'm the time waster. So now that I have that threw me so far off course that I need to reorient myself. Now that I have those, I need to. Now it's all the distances. God damn it. I totally lost my... How long have I been streaming for? I might need a little break. 3 hours. You know what? I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna go get a snack and stuff, but I'm gonna try to hop on another stream later. So thanks to everybody who swung by for this first little sesh, this first little 3 hour sesh. Clips the producer, sharing some crazy stories about being out and off the grid. Laker Mouse swung by, might even still be there maybe. Who else is in the chat right now? Laker Mouse, Alita 45 was here. Coaster, Sappy Rook, Ultimate is live. Cronus 57, Sebastian GameDev, Tony Hamilton, Frank Reynolds. A lot of folks swung by today, and really hope to get back to streaming again soon enough. Maybe later this evening for everybody on the other side of the world. I know a lot of folks get upset when I stream during the day because they can't catch it because the sun is down for them wherever they are. So maybe I'll hop on a little later. But thanks everybody who swung by right now. To make it's coming along. It's still nothing's really happening, but like I'm this close to something happening. And in fact, you know what? Before I hop off, Hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Starting
Okay,
now.
I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes and see if I can just at least catch this on stream. The moment that like you can close an airport and have it, have the plane reroute itself. So it's like you get all these destinations and you get all these distances, and then you shit. I have an idea. In this array add, you make a duplicate of this. So destination distances, you make 2 of them. This is kind of a janky workaround, but fuck it. Okay, destination distance is 2. Okay. And this one is destination distance. Okay, so you store it twice. And then what you do is you sort those distances, destination distances, and then you get the one at index 0, and then you do an array contains of destination 2, and you check the value of that, and then the index you can use is next destination index, and then you do an array get all destinations at the index, next destination index, and then you store it as next destination. Whew, I think that actually works. Let's see. Okay, and then finish FSM. And what does it need? It needs the next destination as an input. And that way, on the airplane here, you could set that as next destination. Finished event will send next. Okay, delete that loop event. So it finds the next closest destination. This, I think it sends down to here, right? Okay. And then this has a finish transition that sends back up to that. So something like that. Okay. Get rid of that find closest, array sets. So it sets up the new flight path with that new destination. Let's go. My bad internet went out for a few seconds there. Did I mention the camper is a Faraday box and I need a booster to get anything working out here? I've often joked about making a Faraday cage for my computer and everything I do. Because like, can you imagine if just a fucking solar flare just came and just wiped out all this shit? Like, that's it. That's just it. You know, like, it would be so easy to just lose everything I work on. All of my blood, sweat, and tears is in digital form for the most part. Okay, let's give this a run. I'm gonna try closing some airports. Please work. So, I'm going to select this one. Okay, we're gonna look at one at its click info. Okay, and we're gonna find an airplane that's heading toward it as its final destination. So anybody heading, this one is. Okay, here we go. So okay, it's on its way, right? It's heading that way. I'm gonna click and close this thing. Ah, okay, we got an infinite loop error. This one. So it was en route. It found out that that place is closed, so it came here. And then oh, look at that. This never stored that array of game objects. Oh shit. Okay, that means I'm gonna take this break. But look at you know what? As badly as I want to take a break, as hungry as I'm getting, I'm gonna try one last thing. Because if it was just that action, that was the problem. Then let me see, prefabs, airplane. If it was just that, right? What was it? This one, find game object with tag. If this just didn't work, then what I could do instead is a get Fsm array, and we can get. I think it's, do destinations have it? Click info, airport, variables, all destinations. All destinations. Okay, so an airplane here, no, here. Oh wait, I didn't check what, I think it was an airport, right? It was just called airport. The variable name is that, all destinations. Okay, don't need to copy. And it's going to be from that. Okay, now, let's see if that works. Oh boy. Please work. I just want to see a plane divert. That's all I want to see. I just want to see a plane turn its ass around and go somewhere else. Okay, so who's going there? Who's going there? They're going there. I guess I could just click on another one. This one is going there. So that one. Okay. So when that one takes off, there's one that's going to be heading this way from here. Okay, there it goes. There it goes. So this one, this plane is heading here. So I'm going to wait for it to get a little bit closer. So it's close to this one. And I'm going to click and hold on this to close this airport. And this plane should go here. Okay, and I'm going to close it. Ah, fucking infinite loop again. Let's see if this... It got all the destinations. And then... Oh! Wait, no. Because 3 should be closed, right? I mean, open. Oh, wait. No. Oh. This never spits it back out. This needs to be an output as well. That's why. Okay. Airplane. Come on. This one. Edit it. Fuck. Get there. Variables. Next destination is also an output. Go back to airplane. Down here. Outputs. Next destination is next destination. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Let's go. It's been quite the challenge. Okay, so where's this airplane going? This one's going over there. So I'm gonna select this one and go to click info. Okay, let's close that. So when that plane is on its way over there, okay, just landed at this airport, it's gonna leave this airport. There it goes. Now it's heading towards here. And honestly, fuck it. I'm just gonna close it because infinite loop again, huh? That is so weird. Here, it at least spits out that its next destination is that one. But is this 12? It is. So it should have, if I closed it and it said remove, next destination is 12, right? Gets the index, array remove. It should remove that from its flight path, right? And then get FSM array, all the destinations. Then in here, it cycles through all those destinations. Oh, bro. I'm so dumb. I didn't put that as, I didn't set up this FSM template at all. I skipped so many things. Okay. Let's fix that. Get second closest. In here, all destinations is supposed to be an input. Duh. Is there anything else I'm missing? Distance, destination, distances. Alright. This is insane. Prefabs, airplane. Here, all destinations, all destinations. Okay. I'm really chipping away at this one. This is really just brute forcing it. I should be checking more, but I just want to brute force this right now. Okay. Come on, give me some planes. Give me some planes. All right, where's this one going? I want to find somebody who's going even. Let's see. This guy's going there. I guess, may as well. Okay, so like okay, that one's going to be going to 13. Okay, so it just landed, but when it takes off, it's going to be heading here. Okay, there it goes. It's heading there now. And all right, I'm going to close this. Here we go. It worked. Look, it turned around. And if I close this one? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Did I just crash Unity? Did I just crash Unity? May have crashed Unity. Oh, yeah. Alright. Well, it worked once. Caught it on camera. I think that's a good sign to call the stream off right now. So, plane turned around. That worked out just fine. But something else happened. And Unity crashed. Incrementing slow clap. Fuck yeah. Wait, so is this part of Memories of Spy or is this a new game? No, this is for GameJam. Oh, look, it froze. It didn't totally fuck itself. It froze. It gave me another infinite loop error. You know what that is? I think it's because it might have to do with the fact that if you're closing multiple places. Yeah, no, I need to rethink the logic of how I programmed that. Because I closed 2 airports at that point, and it was just like, well, where the fuck do I even go? I think what I need to do now is just like when it's getting all of the airports. Let me write this down. I need to make a note. So when the airplane is looking for a new destination, a new / alternative destination after their next dest closed, you need to only get destinations that are open. Create an array of open destinations, basically. That's the problem I need to solve. And it should be pretty straightforward. I think it's a pretty straightforward thing. But so we're close, because I was able to redirect that plane. I closed that place and it started heading back. GFG, good fucking game. But yeah, so Eclipse, this is for a GameJam. This is for Lost Relic Games GameJam, which ends in like a few days. I think let's see, where's my little info thing? Right here. So it ends in 4 days and 13 hours, 21 minutes and 33 seconds. Yeah. Memories of Spy is still happening, still working on it. Steam page just went up. Finally got the Steam page up like a week or two ago. Or actually less than that, I think, right? Maybe about a week ago. Very recently. And so hopefully after this is all done, I'm going to be doing some work with PlayMaker. I think I'm actually going to be meeting the Hutong team in person finally, and getting some, fingers crossed, like mobile tutorials out there. I know a lot of people have been requesting tutorials for building mobile games with PlayMaker, so I think that's kind of like one of the next big to-do items. But yeah, for the rest of that time, gonna be back on Memories of a Spy, and honestly, like right now I'm just gonna be building the single player version. I think for the most part I have to kind of scrap the multiplayer stuff. I did a lot of work on the networking for multiplayer stuff, and it's coming along, but for the scale of the game and for just kind of like being stupidly ambitious for what I can expect out of networking, there's very few solutions. And the solution that I want to use doesn't have PlayMaker support right now, and I would have had to like build that from the ground up. Jean Fabre, the guy who did the old PlayMaker Pun 2 support, super busy guy, doesn't exactly have time to be building that right now, but I'm coordinating with him to figure out something that we could do where maybe we could build it in small pieces as we move along, as I build Memories of a Spy single player version, and then hopefully sometime in the future, if I'm still filling up to it after the single player version of Memories of a Spy is done, and if the game performs well enough, if people dig it enough, and if it's requested enough, or if I'm just feeling up to it as a passion project because it's a lot of work, then at that point I might go back around and give it another pass, and honestly have to build a lot of it from the ground up again as far as programming goes, to support multiplayer. So we'll see. There's an interesting, very sort of fluid roadmap that is ahead of me, and yeah, it's interesting. But Memories of a Spy will at least have the single player version. At the very least, I could say that. Worshipping Bout, amazing stuff, Professor S. Thanks for sharing your valuable time and skills as always. Thank you. And thanks for everybody joining me. Do you have a demo of Memories of a Spy, something I can give a try? No demos are out right now. Sorry to say that, but definitely, stay tuned for more devlogs and stuff like that. More streams are going to be happening as I get back to work on it. So stay tuned. For real, there's a lot happening. And don't forget, you can wishlist it. I don't know if there's a link in the description of this video right now, but Memories of a Spy is on Steam right now. So if you go to Steam, search Memories of a Spy, give it a wishlist. That definitely helps when it comes out. If you really want to see it perform well, if you want, when it comes out, for me to be able to have the time and effort to like really patch the living shit out of it and give it cool updates and everything, then be sure to wishlist it, because those numbers definitely help. Yeah. All right, everybody. Eclipse, Laker Mouse, and anybody else who might be tuning in. I'll catch y'all later. I'll try to hop on a stream later tonight if y'all are up. But otherwise, thanks for swinging by. Take care of yourselves. Drink lots of water. Make sure you're not eating too much, not eating too little. Chill it on the booze and dope if that's your thing. Take it easy on that for a little bit. Don't go too crazy, especially before bed, because it could ruin your sleep cycles. Same could be said about sugar. And get some exercise if you can. Break a sweat. Take a shower. Take care of yourself. Stay hydrated. It's warm. And spend time with people you love. So, friends and family, hit them up. Give them a ring. Be in the same room with them if you can. Or, if you're in the great outdoors, be in the same space. Physical presence makes a huge difference. But if you can't, Send them a text message. Give them a phone call. Hear somebody's voice. All right, everybody. Laker Mouse says amen. All right, y'all. Talk to you soon. Peace, 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 peace.